He was part of the online revolution that put the future of printed word up in the air. Can he help save it? Within the last few minutes, CNN has learned that Jeff Bezos, the founder and CEO of Amazon.com, is buying the Washington Post. Price tag $250 million. I want to bring in CNN chief political analyst Gloria Borger. Gloria, this isn't Amazon buying the Post. It's Bezos himself, right?
Right, buying the Post. It's kind of hard to absorb because the Washington Post represents a glorious era in American print journalism, and we all know it going back to Watergate days, Woodward and Bernstein, and the family, the Graham family, has been such a part of that. And now to sell this this newspaper is kind of like if the Sulzbergers were to sell the New York Times.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to absorb for those of us who have been around Washington for some time and have seen the Washington Post as kind of the last behemoth of the grand old families who own newspapers. I mean, we saw that happen, of course, when the Wall Street Journal got sold as well.
And sure, and the Wall Street Journal did change when it was purchased. There were certainly changes in editorial policy. There were things inserted in articles, and then there were all sorts of other changes. What, if anything, do you think? Obviously, this is pure speculation,
right,
but do you anticipate changes with the Washington Post?
Well, it's hard to know. I mean, in their press release, Mr. Bezos has asked Catherine Weymouth, who is a Graham family member, to stay on as CEO and publisher, and has kept Marty Baron, who's now the executive editor of the paper, on. But again, you don't know. It's just kind of the end of an era when these families owned these newspapers, and they were the protectors, if you will, of these journalists and the newspapers. They were family businesses. And the Post, more than many, had been affiliated with this family because of course, of Kay Graham's huge role in Watergate.